Hello and welcome back to another Needlessly Complicated 14. My name is Ari, and today we're in Limsa, guys! We finally made it out of Gridania! So I'm super stoked about that. I would like to mention that I have turned down the music in the game as well as the game sounds in general. Um, if sound gets kind of weird about that, please let me know. I'd be happy to fix it. I just need to keep the volume a little bit lower because YouTube got mad about one of the VODs that I was scheduling for this coming week, so I have to figure out how to edit 4 minutes of silence. Which, oh well. It seems to only really be the battle music though, so we'll work our way around it. Hi, robotic humanoid! It's good to see you. All right, so we're in Limsa. We just picked up Rogue. We have a bunch of quests now. We have 14 out of the 30 that we have total space for. And right now, we're not even doing any of the quests. We're just trying to pick up all the quests and all the jobs. So, here we go. Yeah, last time we basically had decided that we were going to go to Limsa. No, we had decided we were going to go to Ul'dah, and then the game had other plans. Alright, so before we do anything else, we have to finish getting all of the jobs, and I don't think we have very much in the way of the Aethernet shard yet. Yeah, I don't think we have most of these attuned. So we got Arcanist Guild and Hawker's Alley and Fisherman Guild. So all we have to do now is get the stuff upstairs. Do we have any downstairs quests we still need to pick up? Yes, we have one over at the Arcanist Guild. I thought we grabbed all of those. Oh well. We'll grab one more. Happy Friday to you too. Yeah, and I also changed up the settings a little bit so there should be a little less latency now, so I should be able to see comments a little bit faster. Okay, so that's not the one. It must be downstairs then. You beat Heavensward yesterday. That's awesome. I really enjoyed the Heavensward storyline. Kind of once I got out of the city again. Where is Quest? It can't be the one upstairs, 'cause that's not a thing. Are you still doing White Mage main, I think you were saying? Well, I guess I have to... Where is Sweetnix with those import records? Without the proper documentation, I'm afraid we shall have to expel him from the city. The only thing written on this slip of parchment appears to be a mess of squiggly lines and randomly positioned ink blots. Oh no. Why, these are Sweetnix's records. Glad I am to see they were submitted in time. Honestly, you would think that Goblin would have lost his fear of our offices by now. Every month he is to submit these papers, and every month his tardiness forces me to consider his removal. As long as one follows proper procedure, Limsa Lominsa is quite welcoming of foreign traders. Pray convey these words to Sweetnix. Perhaps it will aid in soothing the poor goblin's fears. Okay, we had to do that in order to get this quest from her. 90% of it was trying to figure out where to go, and still a white mage, but level 65 now. Congratulations! Needs help collecting duty on imported goods. Here at Melvain's Gate, we inspect all the goods that are reported into Limsa Lominsa and collect duty as the law requires. Some merchants, however, seek to evade this obligation, and we must chase them down. I would be grateful if you could deliver these 2 ledgers, one to a man named Sunhimal, whom you will find at the Octant, and the other to a woman named Letitia, who works at the Bismarck. Oh, we have to head to the Bismarck anyway. Awesome. If you are uncertain as to the whereabouts of the Bismarck, ask Suntimal when you meet him, and he will point you in the right direction. I'm looking forward to getting to higher level White Mage. I'm still pretty low level on the alts that I've been playing White Mage on. I'm looking forward to seeing how much more difficult it gets. Hang on just 1 second. I think I heard something at the door. Nope, it was my cat being a freaking goblin again, as she is wont to do. Yes, you. A ledger from Maelvan's Gate, you say? This booklet, penned by a log assessor from Maelvan's Gate, contains the names of merchants who have yet to pay the duty on the goods they imported into Limsa Lominsa. Yet more outstanding duty payments. When will those merchants ever learn? Very well. If I catch sight of any offenders, I shall drag them to the gate, kicking and screaming if needs be. One more ledger bound for the Bismarck, you say? Follow this path to the upper decks and you'll find the place. Excellent. And now the goblin is yelling. She is displeased because the dogs downstairs are barking. Probably it was their door that was knocked on. Okay. We go in here and first we talk to the guild receptionist. I beg your pardons, good madam, but this is the Culinarians Guild. If you are here to dine at the Bismarck, one of our waiters will be along shortly to show you to your... Oh, you're not a patron. Might I assume then that you wish to become a culinarian? If so, I wholeheartedly recommend you join the Culinarians Guild, where one may learn the culinary arts under the finest chefs in all the realm. What say you? Yes? Wonderful. Then without further ado, I shall acquaint you with the history of our guild. Oh, goodness. So much. Wow. It really is fascinating to know the history of this guild. Gotta love it. I paid attention to every word. So, have you the resolve to walk the path of a culinarian? Accept. Wonderful. Then you must speak to Guildmaster Lingsath at once. This will come as no surprise, but he is the finest chef in Limsa Lominsa. His skill and dedication are second to none. You will find the Guildmaster up the stairs yonder, keeping a watchful eye on his charges. Impress upon him your desire to learn, and he will surely find a place for you in his stew, by which I mean the guild. I don't want to end up in his stew. Thanks. I don't want to be food. Hi, Seki. Yes, I'm live. I had to go to the door because Nikki made loud noises, and I had to make sure that she wasn't breaking anything. Well met, Venture. I take it you want to join our guild? Let's have a good look at you then. Bah, what an underfed whelp like you... What is an underfed whelp like you know about cooking? Judging by them scrawny arms of yours, you'd struggle to lift a spoon, never mind a skillet. Ha ha ha, I jest. It don't take muscle to be a culinarian, else it don't even take talent, least not on its own. No, lass, more than anything else, becoming a good cook boils down to passion. If you got that, there ain't nothing you can't achieve. So tell me, have you got it? Have you the passion to become a culinarian? Yes! That's the spirit. Aye, your passion for the culinary arts is plain to see, and you'll be needing every bit of it if you want to become a master culinarian. Why, if mastery was a 12-course dinner, I'd hardly had finished the soup. Make no mistake, our guild's as tough as old mutton, and passion's the only thing what gets us through the gristly bits. But enough talk. What do you call yourself? Well then, Arietta, welcome to the guild. To mark the occasion, I present you with your very own skillet. Ain't much to look at, but it'll more'n serve a novice like yourself. Now then, let's see whether you can tell which end's which. Aye, I know I said you'd struggle to lift a spoon, but you've won me over. Now show me you can hold that skillet, and I'll get you started on your first task. Skillet. Okay, and we add culinarian, which is the last one. Oh geez, it's the last one, so that's going to be 4 after leatherworker. Oh, so it is the last one. Excellent. Lingsath wants to assign you your first task. I see you're holding the skill the right way round. Good. A culinarian lives and dies by his utensils. Get that into your head before you do aught else, or your food'll look like shite and taste worse. Now let's see what you can do. For starters, I want you to make me maple syrup using that skillet. Recipe's as simple as they come. You only need 2 things, maple sap and a fire shard. Now, Jossie sells sap over the guild counter. Now, time's a-wastin', so get to work. It don't pay to keep folk waiting in our trade. Okay, and we'll just pick up quests instead. Tax evaders among our patrons, you say? Goodness me. I dare say this may well put an end to their appetite, but this is in the best interest of the city-state. If any of the merchants named in this ledger come to dine with us, I shall see them that Melvin's Gate is notified without delay. Letitia needs someone to report a bilking patron. We spare no effort to ensure that all our patrons enjoy the finest foods and hospitality, and so it is doubly hurtful when someone decides to leave without settling the bill. Neria Belago, a first-time patron, did just that. Risushmo is the one who lovingly prepared the man's meal. She is quite upset by the whole affair and has taken it upon herself to draw an illustration of the offender. Might I trouble you to deliver it to the Yellow Jackets on our behalf? Risushmo should be done adding the finishing touches by now. Okay. Outside then? No, upstairs. Grr, I poured my heart and soul into that grilled dodo. If I ever get my hands on that scoundrel, I'll grind his bones to make my bread. Here it is, my rendition of the criminal. Please deliver it to Godbert at the Coral Tower. He'll know what to do. Okay. Gotta grab all the quests. Halohono needs help replenishing the Bismarck's larders. Beg your pardons, good madam, but you're an adventurer, are you not? I realize this is sudden, but we urgently need help restocking our larders. We are in the midst of preparing a full-course meal for soon arriving guests, but I fear we are short on lamb for the main course. I would be grateful if you could procure 4 slices for us. I dare say it would be quickest to obtain these directly from the source, wild lambs. In case you are unfamiliar with the creatures, I suggest you speak with Abelfar, a sentry stationed in Bulwark Hall just below the Drowning Wench. Okay. And I did get the Aethernet shard? I did. Okay, so now we're going to go up to the Coral Tower. If I can remember how to get there. What did I do? I oopsed. That's what I did. I oopsed. We'll just go this way. Okay. Morden, how many quest slots do we have left? We have 13. Morden would like to make you a completely legal proposition. You want for coin venture? How'd you fancy working for the Kraken's Arms, one of the greatest pirating crews in Limsa? If you're interested, take yourself up these here steps to the balcony above and talk to Carvalane, our captain. Do right by him and he'll do right by ye. I'll talk to Carvalane in a minute. Gotta get all the quests. Ethernet. I have touched another crystal. Ganada seeks help with a growing problem in Limsa Lominsa. An alarming number of citizens have gone missing of late, though I suspect you've already heard the rumors. It is essential that we ascertain their safety. To this end, I have prepared a list based on reports from our citizens. Will you be so kind as to deliver it to my colleague in Bulwark Hall? Nidalika is her name. Thanks in advance, friend. Okay. Ho there, adventurer. Curious about the Marauders Guild, are you? Completely 100% legitimate. Absolutely. Gotta love them pirates. Any axe worth wielding needs 2 hands on the haft and has a blade what can chop clean through a galley's mast. That's the kind of weapon our members train to use, with deceptive swiftness and brutal force. If you're of a mind to make the Marauders' art your life's work, then our guild welcomes you with open arms. What say you, lass? Keen to join the ranks? Well then, here's a bit of guild history that I am totally paying attention to. Absolutely. Super interesting. Uh-huh. Got it. You've decided then? You're ready to join the Marauders Guild? Alright then, all that needs doing now is to speak with the Axemaster himself. Sounds simple? I've seen folks slink out the door rather than put themselves in the path of that unnerving glare. That's the bloke right there in the middle of the room. Wernzoen's his name. Put some steel in your spine and look him straight in the eye when you talk to him, lass. Good fortune to you. Cat, why are you walking through all of my cables? You need pets? Is it desperate? Is your little life depending on it? The cat needs pets. It's desperate. Her little life depends on it. Yeah, there's some chin scratches for you. Okay. Good, Bert. A bilker at the Bismarck, and do you have an artist rendition of the man? A drawing of a man, pieced together from descriptions given by eyewitnesses of to his crimes most heinous. What in the 7 hells is this supposed to be? It looks more like the prow of a ship than a man's face. Look, we would like nothing more than to bring the offender to justice. 'Tis our duty, after all. However, we will need a bit more to go on than this piece of art. It would be easiest for all involved if Rasushmo were to come here and answer some questions. Please relay to her as much. Okay. Wernzoen! Yes, I'm Wernzoen. Axemaster, they call me. Not the most imaginative of titles, I agree, but one should not underestimate the value of directness. I welcome your interest in our guild. The art of the Marauder is used to rend, to cleave, and to destroy. It is not our way to simply outfight our adversaries. We seek to overwhelm them. A Marauder must be the most powerful and enduring presence on the battlefield. We must account for the most enemies defeated. Our role in combat is that of a steel whirlwind, dealing death and destruction without equal. No doubt the question has already been put to you by a Blauthota, but once more I shall challenge your commitment. Are you prepared for the bloody carnage that awaits an initiate of the Marauders Guild? Are you prepared for carnage? Absolutely, look at that face! I am so prepared. Very well. Your name? Attend me well then, Arietta. Hold fast to this moment of dedication. The path of the Marauder is a jagged and perilous one. The blood that spills at your feet will ofttimes be your own. I present to you this axe as a symbol of your commitment. Your first lesson shall be how to hold it. Now grip the haft with both hands and set yourself in a solid stance. And the cat is now knocking stuff off of shelves. She's being really needy today. Like, she's feeling completely better after surgery. There is no doubt about it. Uh, Unfortunately, that means that she's also being a little pest. Gotta love her, though. Okay, Marauder is the second tank job. Okay, go back. Okay. You cut a striking figure, Arietta, but heroic posing is unlikely to cut a swath through your enemies. You stand now as a student of the axe. Let us waste no time in testing the edge of your chosen weapon. You shall wade straightway into combat as befits a novice of our discipline. Go forth and slay the bleeding, scurrying, crawling pests that plague the outskirts of Limsa Lominsa. Lost lambs, wharf rats, and little ladybugs shall be your piteous adversaries this day. Return to me once 3 of each creature have fallen to your blade. Alright. But we have more quests! We have to do more questing. Did I grab this? Did I touch this crystal? I touched the crystal. Okay, the last crystal is Aft Castle, which we are heading towards. Look at us go! And then we're going to make a plan of attack for how to get through all these quests. Because there's a lot of them. Holy crap, 20 out of 30 quests. Our quest log is getting quite full. Okay. Any in the Drowning Wench? Not that I can get yet. And now we're at the Aft Castle. So we touch a crystal. Yay! You have attuned yourself to all the Aethernet shards in Limsa Lominsa. Excellent. Okay, thank you. Can I have my map back? Okay. So nothing at Maelstrom Command. There is something down here, and I know that I have these down here. So, oops. That is the caps lock button. That is not what we wanted. Alright. What is going on here? Oh, that's right, pirates. Okalkia has advice for any adventures heading to the missing member. If you're looking for a place to wet your whistle, Scrag, I'd advise you to turn tail and run. Captain Roswin's in no mood to be entertaining customers this eve, and even when she is, she ain't particularly good at it. Though maybe dealing with a customer is the sort of shite what might shake her from her doldrums. But if you mean to venture inside the missing member, you best remember to pay proper respects to the captain, lest ye ain't afraid to go missing. Kneeling before her would be a good start. Okay. We'll get to that in a minute. Is this the way? This is the way. Okay. Unless you're blind and deaf, I presume you've wandered into our forge out of your own accord. Drawn by the siren song of Smitty's hammers, no doubt? In these here hallowed halls, Limsa's finest pound metal into all manner of tools and weapons. When I say limsas, I mean the whole bloody realms. Make no mistake, you need more than big arms to join our ranks. But if you've got iron in your veins and the builder's blessing, speak up. Well, you're not short on confidence, but do you truly know what you're getting yourself in for, lass? Ours is a trade born of blood and brine. For as long as pirates have sailed the Rotano, smithies had forged their weapons and fitted out their ships from keel to cannon. Of course, till the sea swallows all ain't just an idle saying. Brine'll eat through even the stoutest iron given time, and our forebears long struggled to forge more rust-resistant alloys. Okay. Thank you, sir. Gimme a hammer. Ha! That's the spirit. If you take any longer to decide, I'd have told you to bugger off no matter what you said. Can't have half-arsed adventurers wasting Forge Master Berthael's precious time, see? He's got a lot of irons in the fire. That's why me and the other lads make it a point to keep in idlers, imbeciles, and the otherwise unqualified from getting in his way. Any road, it's time you went and paid your respects to the man. He's the one over yonder making a face like he's carrying the weight of the world on his shoulders. Sound a hammer and bring you in from the street, did it, lass? So, well, it's well that you find the din invitin', for the Armorers' Guild is not the place for quiet reverie. If the clangor o' metal striking metal isn't music to your ears, mayhap you've the spirit of a shipwright. Are you of a mind to join our guild? Take it from me, lass, there's no greater joy than working a shapeless lump of iron into shining breastplate with your own hands. What say you, then? Well said, lass. Now we shall cover a bit of the guild history. Oh, really? Will we now? Are we doing this? Uh-huh. That's a lot. I listened to every word. Your mind made up? You ready to throw your lot in with us armors? Then it's time you made yourself known to the Forge Master. That's no empty title, by the way. Hinanza's a renowned shipwright, and one of the finest crafters in Limsa Lominsa. Head outside and you'll find her blistering the skins of our newest initiates. Ugh. Sounds painful. About time Roundwolf sent me a new recruit. Ah, it's been too long. Ahem. I'm Berthael, Forge Master of the Blacksmith's Guild. If you're aiming to become a smithy worth the name, 'twould be my great pleasure to educate you on the finer points of the craft. Oh, the rest of the sour-faced bastards will tell you it's hard, grueling work fit only for the best and brightest. But I say put a hammer in the hands of the willing and see what happens. What do you say, lass? Will you swing a hammer for old Berthael? Swing a hammer for old Berthael? Ha ha! I knew I liked you the moment I set eyes on you. What'd you say your name was again? Arietta Stormstrike. A name fit for a hero if I ever heard one. In fact, I reckon I did hear it in the Bard's song once. Or was that the poor sod cursing in his cups about at the wench? Bah, it don't matter if it was saving the world or cuckling your husband. 'Tis time to forge yourself a new reputation, pound out a new legend, and you can trust old Berthael to help you do it. But there I go, putting the cart before the chocobo. Here, lass, take this cross-peen hammer. A smithy without a hammer is like me without a drink. Bloody useless. Well, don't just stand there gawping at her. Take her in your hands, have a few practice swings, whatever you fancy. She's all yours now. What I wouldn't give to be you right now, lass. The smithy never forgets his first hammer. What a mouthful. Okay. No, that's not what I wanted. Okay. And that is the second one after Carpenter. There. Forge Master Berthael wishes to see how well you can handle your new hammer. Now there's a beautiful sight. Never forget, a smithy's hammer is her one true love. Friends will betray you, lovers will leave you, but your hammer will never do you wrong. God, seeing you standing there reminds me of a less ale-sodden, more lady-shaped version of me younger self. No, but on to your task. We ain't a congregation of soft-handed scholarlies here. Smitties learn by doing. Try your hand at making a bronze ingot. Any smitty worth her salt got to master the fundamentals, and you can't get more fundamental than that. It ain't complicated. Bronze is just copper and tin melted down and mixed together. So you'll be needing, that's it, copper and tin ore. And seeing as most folks don't carry stuff like that around with them without reason, Smeedhammer outside can provide you with some, for a fair price, that is. What the lad can't sell you, though, it's the fire shard you'll need. It ain't complicated, but that don't mean it's easy. You need to melt the metals, after all, and to do that, you need to get hotter than a bombard's backside. And that's all there is to it. Think you can handle it, lass? Yeah, sure. And we remove all these extra buttons that it keeps giving me because it's rude. It won't let me jump into the fire. See you in a bit, Seki. Okay, let's start with the rats on the wharf after I have a quick sip of tea. Hananza has a simple yet profitable task for an interested adventurer. Are you in need of some trifling task to pass the time? Then have I just the job for you. Bateron is offering a reward to any adventurer who slays at least 5 wharf rats. There's no shortage of the pests lurking outside the Tempest Gates, so you should hurry and take advantage of this opportunity. I can do that. Another aspiring armorer, are you? Welcome. I'm Hananza, Forge Master of this guild. I take it Guanaco has explained to you the history and nature of our craft? Good. I have little to add on that front, save this. The life of an armorer is not an easy one. Day after day you will pit flesh and blood against iron and flame, and without a passion for the forge you will fail. But passion alone will not make an armorer of you. To truly master this craft you must be possessed of a will as unyielding as the metals you work. Knowing what lies before you, have you the fortitude to persevere? Yes. Ha! I see you have no fear of hard work. That is well. Consider your request to join the guild approved. But if you ever give me aught less than your best, you will be out the door before you realize my boot is connected with your backside. Are we clear on that? Good. Now that we understand each other, let's begin with the basics. What is your name? Arietta? Very well, Arietta. This tool is called a doming hammer. Here, grip it firmly, note its weight. Let me know when you feel comfortable with it in your hand. I'll tell you if you're holding it properly. Words. I'm real good at them. Alright. Hammer. Gear set list. And ta-da! A new boat for the Fisherman's Guild. I'm afraid now isn't the best time. You see, I have recently taken on a commission for a galleon. This task alone has all our hands full. You see, we have a recent... it didn't load fast enough, that's why. But look, I will see what I can do. The Fisherman's Guild has long been one of our best clients, and I would be loath to disappoint Sisipu. It may yet take a while, but I shall endeavor to have her boat ready in a timely fashion. I'll have the potion. Ah, yes, if I didn't know better, I'd think you were an armorer, Arietta. Of course I do know better. Until you craft something with that hammer of yours, you'll look like a babe with a rattle to me, and I have no intention of mothering you. Make no mistake, I mean to shape you into an artisan, however hard I have to pound. Save your sweat for the forge, lass. I don't expect you to fashion full suits of plate on your first day. Just pay close attention to my instructions, be diligent in your work, and the skills will come in due time. Now let's see about your first lesson, shall we? I want you to take up your hammer and make me a bronze ingot. A mundane task, I grant you, but one which every armorer must master. Bronze, you see, is the most basic material of the craft, and bronze ingots are its building blocks. 'Tis not the strongest of alloys, of course, but it is that very quality that makes bronze so easy to shape, and the metal of choice for a novice armorer. To forge your ingot, you'll need to procure two chunks of copper ore, a chunk of tin ore, and an ice shard. The ore can be purchased from Somerwib. here at the guild. The ice shard you'll have to find on your own. Well, are you waiting for me to swing your arm for you, or mayhap you would have me swinging my boot? Well then. Alright, so I believe we have collected all the quests in Limsa and all the jobs in Limsa. So now here's the fun part. We get to get started on leveling them and doing all of those quests. Isn't that fun, guys? So much fun. Okay, first things first. Get the good gear on. Check. And we're gonna... Okay, so... She wanted a bronze ingot, so I need copper ore and tin ore. If I had gone to Ul'dah first, I would be able to mine it. However, I did not. I need copper ore. Just give me like 20. And tin ore, I'll take another 20. I'm probably going to need more than that pretty soon. That guy's cool. Okay. So, first things first, synthesize bronze ingots. And since we're already here, let's synthesize another bronze ingot for the other... Oh no, I'll just switch over to... It's fine, it's fine. Okay. Any better gear? Nope. We are only level 3. Okay. Where's that bronze ingot I asked for? If you can't find the ore yourself, try speaking with Somerwib here at the guild. Completed your first task, have you? Well then, let's have a look at this ingot. So this is the sort of quality I can expect from you, is it? For a novice armorer, this is excellent work. Excellent. Well done, Arietta. The key to making good bronze is judging the ratio of copper to tin. With too much tin, the alloy becomes harder but also more brittle. Not the sort of material you want protecting your vital organs. Lest you forget, quality is a matter of life and death in our craft. That is why we teach our initiates the ideal metallurgic composition of every item we forge. Not that all are quick to learn. There are some who would seem destined to produce mediocre results, however painstakingly the processes are explained. Thank the builder you are not one of them. I am pleased to say that your ingot would fetch a decent price in the markets. But do not let this first success make you complacent. A single bad helm will lose you more trust than 100 good ones will win, because bad armor means dead men. It's not good enough that your work be good. It must needs be consistently good. Achieving that consistency requires discipline and long hours of crafting the same item over and over, again and again. For you, this means a mountain of bronze ingots. Bronze ingots in your dreams, bronze ingots until the process is so ingrained that you wake up and find that your pillow is an ingot you made in your sleep. When you feel you've learned all you can from forging bronze ingots, seek me out and I will find you something else to craft. May the builder guide you in your hand to Arietta. All right. Yay! And now we switch to blacksmith. And, oh, real quick. Oh wait, did we? We did not. Armor. Did we get a new hammer? We did not get a new hammer. Okay. Just have to double check everything. Part of the process. Okay. Remember to make a bronze ingot? All you need is copper, tin, and a fire shard. Of course, I'm telling you this on the assumption that you've still to do the job. If you've done it already, show us your work for God's sakes. Hey, you're alright, lass. Better than that, even. Sure you ain't done this before? 'Cause honestly, this ain't what you'd expect from a venture fresh off the street. I think you might be a bleeding natural, lass. It takes just the right balance of metal to produce bronze suitable for weapons and tools. But this ingot you've made me, lass, so it's on par with them as our veterans produce. You could take this down to Hawker's Alley and find a buyer in no time. The buyer got's watching over you, ain't no doubt about it. Heh, you've got talent, lass, but don't let it go to your head. I've seen plenty of folk get drunk on early success only to puke their guts up later 'cause they forgot their talent's worth bugger all without hard work and dedication. So I tell you what, keep it simple for now, lass. Practice the fundamentals till you can smelt bronze in your sleep, and when you've gained the kind of confidence as only comes with experience, come back and I'll teach you something new. Alright. So, what we're doing right now, we were just finishing this over here, but now we have other things that we need to level up, like our dear Arcanist. Let's start with Arcanist. Okay. And we don't even have Carbuncle yet. Good grief. Okay. So, now we're going to go through the quests as we see them and make sure they're all... That's a level 4. We're not ready for that yet. Okay. 1,000 words. Okay, where... Okay, let's see. Proper procedure is report back to Sweetnix. So Sweetnix is down by Hawker's Alley. And then Edelweiss is Jnassum, which is... I have to return to her, and she is in the Aetheryte Plaza. And we'll do that until we're level 2. Gotta get through all the quests, but we might as well make sure that we're getting our levels as we need them to. Okay, so Hawker's Alley. Oh, I guess they are closer to the Aetheryte Plaza. We're getting so much done today. Also, I checked, and it turns out there's approximately 4,000 quests that I am capable of doing in this game. So we have a ways to go in order to do all the quests and all the jobs, but I mean, we'll get there eventually. Might take a couple years or so. You've delivered the package as I requested. Very good. I shall pass on the sister's sentiments to my superior. What manner of service do the dutiful sisters provide? I'm quite sure as an adventurer of your stature has already glimpsed the truth behind the facade. For a business such as ours, their presence in the city is incredibly reassuring. All right. Sweetnix Rosy Cheeks. Uplander delivered the letter to Gate of Mailvain. Uplander has White Heart and Swift Legs. Tax Lady Natasha has kind backwards for Sweetnix. Sweetnix has outflow of joy for Tax Lady Pataja. Sweetnix is a happy gobby. Gives Uplander jingly shine. Alright. Any more level 1s? No. So, I'm gonna go outside the gate and start grabbing all the stuff. Because we've got to get these jobs to level 15. Because we are desperately behind. This way, I presume? Is this the one? This is the upper decks. That was a mistake. I should have checked a map. Load! No. Thank you, but no. Back to the lower decks and then out the door. Because we have a lot of critters to kill on several different jobs. Abelfar? The Bismarck wants fresh lamb, does it? Gods, I could do with a slice myself, fresh off the grill and dripping with its own juices. Sorry, friend, I haven't had a single bite to eat since my shift began. Any road, you can get lamb easily enough by hunting the lambs that graze outside the city. Go through the Zephyr Gate and follow the path east and south for a bit. You'll run into the fluffy and tasty critters before long. Yes, thank you. Your pointing helped, I'm sure. Oh, Chocobo Keep. We need to grab this. Look at the mini-maps! So many of them! And Huntslog. Don't forget Huntslog. Oh my goodness. Yay! Radiant Aegis. We'll put that here. And we'll summon our Carbuncle. We have a Carbuncle! Hooray! Oh goodness. We have a lot of work to do. Yay! Entry complete. Okay, so the rest of the Wharf Rats are for that quest. I'll just take them out anyway. I have to take more out with the other jobs. Okay, little ladybug. Okay. We have so many choices. Okay, got the ladybugs, and the sheep are down below. So we are going to set for Marauder. And now we have to get up and close and personal. So many levels. Uh-oh. Whoopsie. Oh well. Grab that ladybug. Okay. Was that the last ladybug we needed? No. But we're surrounded by Wharf Rats, so let's switch over to Rogue. I love how Rogue moves. It looks so cool. Oh, we should probably put on improved gear. Yeah, there we go. Alright, have we taken out what we need to in the area? Excellent. A little ladybug, that is Marauder. Okay, make sure that Marauder has all the gear it needs. And now we head below to go get all of those sheepies. It is kind of mean that they made the sheep look and sound so cute in this game. Like, more than a little bit mean. Because they have the tiniest little meh. Yeah, that. Jeez. It just makes it sad. Well, at least we're getting these levels real fast. Okay, that was the last Lost Lamb for the Marauder. Do I need them for my Hunt's Log? No. Okay. Ooh, we got Maim. Very cool. Let's switch to Rogue. Rogue needs Lost Lamb as well. And Shade Shift creates a shadow to nullify damage. We're going to be putting that down here. And Lost Lamb is a Hunt's Log for Rogue. And done. So now we go back to Arcanist because Lost Lamb is on the Hunt's Log. Okay, sweet. And now we're level 5. You just realized by doing this you will have to tank? Correction, Seki. I will have the option of tanking, but I also will have all of the healing classes at the same level. So there. Okay, my first grimoire. So I need the Aurelie in Arcanist. Where are those things again? Oh, it's on the map. We have to go to Summerford and such. I think the Aurelie is this way and down a bit. Let me just... Well, I'm gonna have to head over that way. Okay, so it is in Lower. So let's head over to Lower Lanosha, not Lanacia. Don't be silly. Embrace it, become the tank of light. I embrace nothing of the sort. Cave bats are level 7. That's a little bit high. Oh no! Oh well. Since I'm here, right? Since I'm here. But I'm gonna be running out of spell slots in a minute here. Not spell slots. That's D&D. We are not playing D&D. We are playing Final Fantasy XIV. I will be running out of journal questy quest spaces. Yes, Seki, I embrace nothing. Nothing is held dear. I am a heartless monster. Okay, I probably have better gear. Yeah. Brone root. Well, this time we've dug ourselves into a hole, and well and truly. Struck brimstone while shoveling through the mines, and now the rocks are rife with the reek of rotten eggs. The gas grew to be too much to bear. You'll need this to clear earth crystal if you're to restore the earth and plug the leak properly. Just mind the syrphid clouds brought on by the brimstone. Okay, you could have, like, at least asked. Just, like, asking. I didn't even request that you ask politely. Shit. Aw, Seki. No, no, I am not that heartless. I'm just afraid of tanking. Which is why I have all of my healers set up. Or at least I will. Oh, no! Okay. Last one. And then I have to find those Aurelie. It's really not that bad. You run, you spin to win, and your job is done. I'm sure tanking isn't as scary as I have made it out to be in my own head. However... Yes, trance gauge. And it's in the wrong space! Displeasure. Displeasure! Okay, save. Where are the jellyfish? Brownroot, where are the jellyfish? The prices metals command in the wake of the calamity will make us either rich or dead. Yes. I think I have better of both of these, so I'm just gonna not... I don't have them yet, clearly. Yeah, they're all the way down there. Oh no! Shit. I don't think I have enough space. Actually, I do have enough space. Dang it! Alright, alright. I'll collect the quests in the area while I look for these dumb jellyfish. I just need to make sure that I have enough space for when we get to Ul'dah. Ul'dah. I'm 10 for 10, guys. Wait. Wait. How did I have this set up before? That goes... No. Like that? Maybe that was it? I don't know. It's not going to matter soon anyway, because I'm probably just going to be doing Scholar instead of Summoner. Okay. Oh, you're not dead. Ow! Okay. Level 7! Where was it on this stupid map? It's up higher. Okay. Wind sprites are also on the list, but right now I really gotta get to all the other jobs. There's so much to do! So much! Lotswirts? That's not it, is it? Breathtaking, is it not? Proud sails churning, rugged gears churning. The mill never stops, and so neither can the millers assigned to its upkeep. Vigilance is the key. By addressing tomorrow's issues today, we assure the wheels of prosperity continue to grind. Unfortunately, I've had my hands full with the work of the day and cannot leave my station to tend to inspection. I would entrust this duty to you. Seek out the other 3 millers, heed their concerns, and apprise Viceran of your findings. I'll get to that. I need to find those Aurelie, which are going to be to the south. I should try Summoner or Scholar for PvP. Some of the strongest in Frontlines. I really should. I was doing, as you well know, I was doing Summoner for PvP exclusively for a while, but I was trying to level Bard, so I switched. And then I ended up somehow doing Black Mage for reasons unknown. Okay. Actken. Okay. Mind looking into something for me, adventure, if it may even be of interest to you, in fact. I am told that plots in the myths are to be auctioned off. Oh, trust me, buddy, I know. I'm sorry, dude, I can't. The housing industry is just fucking busted. There is no hope. Hey, look, a merchant mender. I need all of my gear mended. It's all broke. Okay, cool, thank you. Okay, our Unlona has some moles she would like removed. If a lifetime of meticulous research into the advancement of the agricultural arts has taught me anything, it is that the fruits of knowledge are incapable of preserving themselves. Without an adventurer's brawn to protect them, I fear that all my work will come to naught. Take, for example, the splendid ogre pumpkin crop I was able to cultivate. Years of hypothesizing and testing at last made tangible, only to be snatched away by these subterranean sorners, the clever hedge moles. I've already engineered the pumpkins to resist fire, drought, frost, weeds, insects, and festive rituals. I just need someone to kill the moles. Yeah, I can swap the moment I join Frontlines, but I never remember to. Okay. They call me the Stead Shepherd, but all three kinds of livestock we breed here fall under my crook. Nevertheless, sheep remain my first love, my one true passion, so you can imagine my dismay at finding my flock in frumpy fleece. I can't very well take worn-out wool to market. A sheep with no shine is good for nothing but mutton. But where there's wool, there's a way. I like that phrase. See what Chartain has to say. Okay, dear friends, I will come back for these quests. I promise. But I have to find those stupid jellyfish and get back. Wind sprites. Okay, Dodo are not on the list. Hey, look! Run! It's hard to believe Arcanist is already level 7. Okay, last one. Was it the last one? Yes. Okay. So. The right price. Have to speak inside the city. License to reeve. It's in the city. In the city. In the city. Okay. So. Oh, I have to slay pugils. Pugils? Okay. And I've already done this one, it looks like. Yeah, I just have to report back. Okay. But I do need to switch to rogue. Hey, look, they're in my onslaught. Okay. Yay, level 4. It's real interesting having to keep track of how much is going on because, again, I'm doing all the jobs, all the quests, and I'm trying to keep them within an amount of levels from each other. So, okay, so this one is in Middle Lancia, so Middle Lenosha. I'm always going to pronounce it Lancia. That's how I first read it, even though it was wrong. And trying to correct myself now is a pain, because I always forget. Am I going the right way? Yes. I will come back for the other quests when they become on my minimap. I've got so much else to do. They haven't entered my minimap yet. I'm safe. It'll get easier once levels stop coming rapid fire. Yeah, it definitely will. And it'll also become easier once I have unlocked all of the jobs so that I can get them all on the same level. Because once they're all on the same level to start, it'll be easier to keep them that way. Okay. Ah! This was not my intention. Oh well. I oopsed. I oopsed, guys. I oopsed. Well, while I'm here. I'm level 4, so I can do literally any of these things. Nah, I'll grab the pugils first. Prioritization is so much. Such devastation. That's one thing that's going to be really fun because in this playthrough, I only have all of the new and changed up stuff. So all of it is going to be just the new stuff. I won't have to do the original Copper Hell. I will just have new Copper Bell. I will have new ultimate weapon, new Gaius, new all of that. So yeah, some of the lines are still there and that's real fun, but... Okay. Now we can report back. And we're level 5, so we can get the next quest too. Okay. Marauder is still only level 4, so Marauder is what we're going to be doing all the low-level, non-job specific quests in the city with. This is the level 2 for Lost and Found. So, switch to Marauder. Do I have the right gear on? Yes. Welcome to Limsa Lominsa. If there's aught you would like to know, feel free to... You've got something for me, you say? A missing persons list? I'm not sure I follow. A disturbingly long list of people who have gone missing in recent moons. Thanks for bringing the list. I'll be sure to memorize these names. If any of the missing persons reappear, you can count on me to spot them. Most folk enter the city via the Zephyr Drift, which means they must pass through Bulwark Hall. That's why I'm on constant watch here, and to undercover so as to keep an eye out for suspicious activity. I've been doing this for so long, I've become pretty good judge of character. If there's a shady character skulking about, you can rest assured I can pick them out. Hehehe. Oh yay, another quest. Natanmo needs help keeping the city a bright and cheery place. Sounds like you're already in the Yellow Jacket's good graces. You truly are a model adventurer, a paragon amongst your fellows. Do you think you could do me a favor? You see, I'm supposed to go out and fill up all the street lamps with oil so that they'll stay lit through the night. But thanks to this business of missing people, I can't simply up and leave my post. If you could tend to the street lamps in my stead, I'll be eternally grateful. Oh, and when you're finished, please fetch more oil from Sisipu in the Fisherman's Guild. We're running low here, and she has care of our stores. All right. So much to do! Oh. There's one. Okay, that one didn't need any. Eager Lominson. I can't do that one yet. Okay. And there's another. Look at all these red quests. I am going to be so busy. Okay, that's 3. And it wanted me to go down towards the Fisherman's Guild, I believe. Wait, there's one over there. I'll deal with that in a second. Are there any down here? No, but this is where you do Dancer. I'm looking forward to picking up Dancer again. It's still my favorite job, I think. I really enjoy it, and also it's pretty easy. You just play Simon Says and hit the buttons as they light up. So it's easier for me to keep track of what's going on and stay out of the bad because I can just hit a button and it yeets me across the room. All right. Just 2 more street lamps after this. I really need to get back to the Culinarian Guild and level that up so that I have food so I can level up faster. But this was along the way. Small boned cellar. Did I see someone walk off with a cask of ale? Why sure, it was during the afternoon offloading. Fella didn't look like a thief though, hoisted the cask and walked right on over to the Astalicia. After a cask? Well, can't rightly say if it's your cask, but there was a big fella come by recently carrying one. He asked me if I had smoked Mackies, what would go down nice with ale. Tain't the only thing I know either. The louse wore black, and you know what that means. The bloody executioners. We'll deal with them in a minute. Hi, Sisipu. You're doing what? What am I to do about that girl? She has the nerve to ask me for work, twaddling a tripe about her savings only to foist it on the first adventure that comes along. Being young and pretty does not give you license to shirk responsibility. Aye, she'll get her oil all right, and a piece of my mind to boot. Thank you, Sisipu. And since I'm right here, I am going to do that Fisher quest. Because it's right outside. And preoccupied porter. Nice shorts. Looking for Dodozin's cask of ale, eh? Aye, I'll help you. Dodozin ain't a bad sort for a swiving trader. There was a toper come asking after the cask. Wanted to know if it was ale. The poxy fool. Okay, cool. Yes, fishing. Yes, I want that one. Doop-doo. Looking forward to fishing on a boat. That's going to be a fun stream. Just boat fishing. It's actually a lot more interesting than I would have expected it to be. Like, this game really does make the crafting system interesting. And I appreciate that quite a bit. Thank you for the invite, but no thank you. I don't know if I want to join a free company on this character since I'm streaming. I mean, I'm only on this character while I'm streaming. So it seems kind of weird to, like, do something social like that when I'm only on this character to stream and make sure that I have my notes in order. Okay. Fishing does take a minute, though. And what was it? I needed anchovies? And I'm not getting a single one. Yay! I have 1 out of 5. Gosh, I didn't think this was going to take so long. When I first did fishing on one of my alts, like, it took 2 minutes tops to get all the anchovies I needed. It was just one right after the other. I didn't think there was anything else in the bay. One anchovy, yes. Out of 5. And this is chum? Yeah. Two anchovy. So I have been thinking, and I am going to think on it some more, but since we know that I need 3 anchovy, since we know that I need approximately 4,000 quests in order to fulfill my goal of all quests, all jobs on this run through, I was thinking maybe I could do a quest counter on the overlay. Like, it's going to be something I need to figure out, but I mean, it'd be fun. What do you call a seagull flying over the bay? I don't know, Seki. What do you call a seagull flying over the bay? This is going to be good. A bagel! Oh, it's so good. It's terrible, but it's so good. I should have seen this one coming. anchovies. And we're waiting, and we're waiting, and we're waiting. Another finger shrimp. I'm gonna have so many fish to cook when I'm done with this. The little Spriggan is such a cute minion. I really do love that. And I love its little crystal that he keeps dropping and picking up. It's so cute. 4 anchovy! Ah, ah, ah! Count was the best part of Sesame Street, and I will never disagree with that sentiment. Count was my favorite. So, fun fact, Count is one of the most canonically correct vampires in modern media, because one of the prime ways to deter a vampire, according to medieval lore in many different countries, was to spread a handful of really small seeds outside your front door, because the vampire's impulse would be to count them. So, because all the seeds were so small, and because they were so numerous, the vampire would be counting them all night and be unable to enter your home before daybreak, when they would burn up in the sun. So vampires weren't considered a real big threat. You just spread out some seeds and called it a night. I just thought that was really funny. Yay! 5 anchovies! We did it! Oh my god. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do fisherman quests on stream. Anchovies swim off every shore of Limsa Lominsa, so you can bring them back from anywhere you like, so long as it's not the fishmongers. Here, chovy, here, chovy. Fair flock of feisty fish you got, giddy guppy. Careful they don't slip out of sight. Wabalago, to what do we owe the pleasure? A guildmaster's got to get after the guppies, dividing up the daily drudgery, picking out a proper potable, and some such support and service. And who gets after the guildmaster? We have books to balance, you know. Books you should be balancing. I did my best to balance the books, but the bilge bent the bow back, bouncing the whole batch off the boat. That's not what... You know it was just an expression. Sigh. But that's neither here nor there. So long as you keep at the bit area, our books will balance themselves. Don't let that go to your head, of course. Any beginner can snag some anchovies, but you'll need to experiment with different lures and explore new waters if you want to catch the big ones. Fundamentals are fine, but the fun is fishing for new finds. Like my uncle always said, fishing's like philandering. You never know what you'll catch. And with those well-spoken words of wisdom, we will leave you to your wiles. I have a cat attacking me. She has decided that I'm not worth attacking anymore. Alright, yay! We unlocked the boat, guys. And my Spriggan is drowning. Sisipu has a trial in mind for you. I smell that you haven't been neglecting your duties. A commendable attitude. No one's ever gotten worse at anything by practicing. No one I know, at least. Then again, you can't expect the same old tricks to work with new fish. Big ones don't grow to be that way, chasing everything that wiggles on a hook. To catch the fish you want, you must first know what the fish wants. Only once their prize is at stake can you tantalize and tempt your prey to taste the forbidden tackle. Anchovies may be willing to settle for lugworms, but harbor herring have a discerning palate that prefers pillbugs. But don't take my word for it. Go and see for yourself. Pick up some pillbugs from Senehil over in West Hawker's Alley. Then use them to catch 3 local harbor herring. Like anchovies, they can be caught right outside. In case you have a mind to return to your previous spot, you should know that fish aren't as foolish as most might think. Keep casting your line in the same waters, and you'll find that fewer folk will take the bait. Thank you, Sisipu. Well, if it ain't Arietta, you may have just taken up your rod, but anyone can see you've got a keen eye of a fisherman, and I reckon you're looking to make it that eye keener still. Bigger fish, more exotic locales. Aye, that's what we all seek, ain't it? And it just so happens I can tell you how to find them. You see, the Fisherman's Guild has just finished constructing a vast boat equipped for voyages on the high seas. As far as I know, Captain Forzagel is still looking for a band of fishermen adventurers enough to brave the deepest fishing hole of them all. If you think you've the stones for it, I'm sure he'll be glad to take you on. All right. And now we turn in Rogue Quest. Are we wearing... Oh, we could be wearing better clothes. Hey, it's our cute little tunic. Nope, not you. Done with your milling, are you? You can never have enough of blade practice, lass. In fact, I'll even add to the list of marks your hunting log. Pit yourself against the lot and you'll soon learn some new steps for your dance with the daggers. Aye, you must think yourself as a dancer, not a bleeding butcher. You only need so much force to ram a short blade into the hilt. Precision and speed, that's how you get the most out of your stabbers. Bulky armor'll only have you plodding about like an ungainly aurochs. So make sure you're wearing gear that'll let you move freely as well. All right, get your blade work up to scratch, Arietta, and I might just have a job for you. Hey, look, you have a job for me. Ho there, Arietta. I must say you're looking comfortable enough with those stabbers of yours. I reckon you're good and ready for your first assignment. Ordinarily, I'd stow me wids and let you get on with your work, but seeing as we only just dragged you into the shadows, there might be a couple things what you ain't familiar with. Let's build on what you likely do know, and that's the fact that the Admiral, God bless her soul, has outlawed piracy in Limsa Lominsa. So why do you think there's still so many sodden pirates in this town? I'll tell you why. It's 'cause there's still one way for 'em to loot and pillage without incurring the wrath of the law. All you need to do is apply to serve the Thalocracy as a certified privateer. A captain with a privateer's license is free to terrorize the seas till the outgoats come home, so long as he only targets vessels that belong to the Garlean Empire. Of course, considering how bloody vast the Empire is, that's plenty of looting to go around. Crews fill their holds with Imperial plunder, then sail back here to Limsa to offload the spoils. And that's where this particular case went sour. See, this one crew got their fambils on a Magitech device, a firing mechanism to be precise, but it was rooked out of their hull by some heavy-handed coves. If you'll recall, that don't sit well with the code. If you're bold enough to rook a pirate out of his due, then you'd best be prepared for a visit from the rogues. Ah, and speaking of visiting rogues, Underfoot, over here, lad. I love that his name is Underfoot. I want the pair of you working on this together. Pass sentence on them code-defying rooks and bite back that Magitech part. Eh? What's the last need me for? You're in charge of new recruits, ain't you? It's Arietta's first assignment. You're to go along and give her the benefit of your wisdom. Since when was I in charge of new... Ah, bugger it. So I guess we're to be partners for the now. My name's Harimu Harimu, but most of me fellows call me Underfoot. He might seem a touch reluctant, but Harimu's one of our best. You just do as he says, and you'll get the job done. And another sip of tea. That's really good tea. Alright. Alright then, me young rogue. Seeing as this is your first official outing, I want to be sure your dance steps are up to the task. With them short blades, you need to get in good and close to your mark, aye? But we ain't bleeding swads in shining armor, and the lighter kit we can wear ain't much protection from the click to the gun. So if you don't fancy spitting blood and teeth, your best defense is simply not being there when your mark winds up to land a nasty clout. Sliding round to a flank usually does the trick, but there's some rum fun every rogue should master, the shade shift. Clear your mind and trust in your speed, and you can leave an axe-wielding brute or spell-flinging mage chasing your shadow while you bury your stabbers in his guts. Right now, it's time you put this lesson into practice against some of those Aurelia out in Lower Lanosia. I hope he was paying attention last, 'cause those tentacles can pack a wallop. Enjoy! Okay. Alright, so what's next closest? Let's get up to the Arcanist Guild. Am I still wearing the best gear for the job? Yeah. Ethernet Shard, Arcanist Guild. Okay. Here we are. I see the creatures beyond the city walls pose you little threat. It is with great pleasure, then, that I formally recognize your initiation into the guild. From this day forth, you may proudly bear the title of Arcanist. I suggest you continue your forays into the wilderness and keep the pages of your grimoire turning. There is no finer teacher than the hearth mistress of experience. And when you feel you can command carbuncle as easily as you might move your own limbs, return to me for further instruction. I will be waiting. I've returned. Ah, Arietta, isn't it? Are you eating well? An empty stomach distracts the mind and leads to hurried judgment. I must oft remind my arcanists to take meals, so ensconced do they become in their studies. Speaking of such, have you been practicing your tactics with Carbuncle? I believe it's time to assess the improvement of your skill. As with your previous trial, I would have you defeat foes in Lower Lanosia. 3 wild dodos and 3 tiny mandragoras, to be precise. Watch carefully the behavior of your opponent, formulate an effective strategy, and utilize your arcane entity to its fullest potential. I expect you back in time for dinner. Wow. Encouraging a speedy return. And while we're over here, where is it? Here, fishy fishy. Am I wearing the best fishy fishy gear? I am not. Such a pretty scene. Another daring soul come to join our crew, eh? Then let me be the first to welcome you to the endeavor. Now, this ain't your regular fishing boat. We sail it where we please, holding only the course that the wind provides to us. Aye, that's the only way we can see the unseen, know the unknown. Captain Forzagel, if I may, the Endeavor is the Guild's only ship of this magnitude, and if we, as you say, sail only where the wind pleases to take us, we may not ever return to this port. The Guild may not look favorably upon such liberal use of its property. The long-suffering assistant. I know that role too well. My apologies for foregoing an introduction. I'm Driskthata, sent from the Fishermen's Guild to oversee this venture. Why am I here when the ship already has a captain, you ask? Well, as you may already know, members of our trade, Master Wawalago and Captain Forzagel included, seem to have difficulties managing time. I suppose the concept becomes something of an afterthought when one becomes so focused on the water surface. Regardless, I am here to ensure the ship adheres to its schedule, both by managing its finances and ensuring new crew members board smoothly. The Endeavor shall embark upon any number of predetermined routes, each of which have this port as their final destination. Rest assured, if you fail to join one voyage, the ship shall return before long. The route we travel will be determined by our departure time, and you may speak with me if you wish to know the route beforehand. Pray bear in mind that we must keep to a strict schedule. We cannot take on more crew members after we've begun boarding, and there are no exceptions to this rule, even for captains. I hear you. When we board the ship is when we get to the exciting part, fishing. Here, take these lures. They're certain to attract something worth displaying on your wall, or at the very least worth eating. Apparently I like them. Should be enough to last one voyage at least. If you're looking for other kinds of bait, you can buy it here on the docks or on the ship. Try to switch it up now and then, because if you only use the same bait, you're only going to keep catching the same fish, and that ain't why we do this, is it? And one last thing. While the Driskthata here may be in charge of the particulars on land, once we're on the ship, it's my word you'll heed. So when I say we're fishing here or we're sailing there, I won't hear no objections. As long as we're clear on that, I believe there'll be bounteous fishing for all. And with that, the Endeavor is yours to board. If you wish to enter the ship, or if you would like more detailed explanation of what is we do, you only need ask. Excellent. And now back to all of our other questing. Okay. So, what is next on our list of things? Okay. Oh, that's right. I need to talk to people in Hawker's Alley. And what job is currently lowest? Marauder. Well, blacksmith, armor, culinarian. But we're about to get to those pretty quick. Okay. A fine evening to you, miss. What can I interest you in to... Why, you seem interested in most everything, don't you? Is this another one of those investigations? Well, I have nothing to hide. Ooh, suspicious. Kyokyorun welcomes welcome customer. Kyokyorun loves his lovely trade. Kyokyorun's goods are goodly made. All right. And we continue forth. Or possibly fifth. I didn't keep track. Well met, lass. Cast your peepers over these beauties. Not a spot of rust to be found. Every piece fresh from the forges of Naldic and Vimelis. Okay. And now we run back to wherever this person is. There he is. You're the one what made a list for Svozblate? Let's have it then. A piece of parchment containing prices from shops and stalls all over Limsa Lominsa. Nothing wrong with the market as far as I can tell. You oft-times get pirates selling stolen goods at cutthroat prices, and that drives the numbers down right across Hawker's Alley. Thanks to those reports, though, we can tell at a glance when shady dealings are taking place. Good work, lass. Alright. Yeah. And there. This should help us to better find where we're going. First, we need the Aethernet shard, though. Okay, so we are after the Marauders Guild first. And a lot of what we have to do is upstairs. Making so much progress, you guys! You are returned to me a different woman. Already your face shows a harder cast, a realization of the slaughter of which you are capable. But there is much training to be done before you will wield the axe to its fullest potential. Learn well your lessons, build your strength, and make each swing an instinctive act. Every blow of your weapon will clear another step towards the mastery of the Marauder's way. Implacable, relentless, such must be your momentum on both the practice grounds and the battlefield. I'm not level 4 yet, that's right! Dang it! Grr! I mean, I'm not level 5. Did I say 4 or 5? I can't remember. It's fine. Yeah, we have so many quests. So much to do. Like, I knew it was going to be a challenge, which is why this is a challenge run. All quests, all jobs. All quests, all jobs. Greetings, friend, and welcome to the 7th Sage, purveyors of the finest spices from the East. All of our products are guaranteed obtained through completely legal means. Oh, you do not seek spices but employment? Well then, let's speak of how you might be of service to our organization. Our Misery returned from her latest voyage bearing exotic spices never seen before in Eorzea. I have prepared 2 samplers, each of which I would have you deliver to certain individuals. The first is for Gennady, who you will find at the Coral Tower. The second is for Master Lingsath, the head chef of the Bismarck, and do make certain the right person gets the right set. Now go, and return here once you have accomplished the task. This doesn't sound ominous. Okay. Welcome to the headquarters of the Yellow Jackets, the Keepers of Peace in Limsa Lominsa. Is there aught I can assist you with? A set containing several exotic spices and instructions on how they can be used. Not something you would expect from the captain of a band of bloodthirsty pirates. A sample of spice courtesy of the 7th Sage, you say? There is no mistake. This is fire sand and the kind used by the Garleans besides. Quite intriguing. Very well. We will consider placing an order. Oh, you thought you had brought me spice? I see you're not familiar with the Carvalianisms. For the sake of convenience, he wears this word spice to refer to literally anything he has procured on the high seas. Lest you worry, the man isn't engaged in any activity that isn't is considered piracy. Far from it. Think of him as a trader, a heavily armed one, who represents Lominsan interests in eastern lands. Okay. Have you had any luck obtaining the fresh lamb? Please hurry. The guests are arriving any moment now. Yes. Spices. 4 slices of fresh lamb, and right in the nick of time. Thank you ever so much. 'Tis times like this I feel fulfilled in my role. I used to be a chef myself, you see, but my skills weren't quite up to par. So when the Bismarck expanded operations, I asked to be made its provisioner instead. This way, I could still be part of the business in spite of my shortcomings. And I believe I have better options than those. Yay! Level 5! Which means we can get the next quest just as soon as we've gone and done this. Ah, so you've spoken with Godbert? Bwahaha! Within the bell, the Yellow Jackets will have that swindling scoundrel locked in a dungeon cell, and then I'll take my filleting knife and... Huh? Godbert wants me to go to the Coral Tower for questioning? But what more information does he want than my drawing doesn't already provide? Isn't a picture supposed to paint 1,000 words? Sorry. A new sample from the 7th sage. All right, let's have a whiff of it then. Ain't smelled nothing like it afore. The note came with it says it's a root what grows on Authard. Last I heard, Authard was under imperial rule. How the 7 hells did Carlovane manage to get hold of this? Any road, I reckon I can cook it up somewhat fresh and new with it. Thanks for the delivery, friend. Okay. And now... Where is it? And now we cook... What was it? It was maple syrup. Yeah. I don't think I have enough. Oh no! Oh, I just needed to do the one? Cool. Alright, buddy, here you go. What in the 7 L's are you waiting for? I told you to make me maple syrup, didn't I? I did it, though. The maple syrup's ready, is it? About bloody time. Let's see how it tastes, then. Oh ho, this ain't bad. Flavor's all right. Consistency's nearly there. In short, a damn sight better than a lot of novices manage. As you probably know, maple syrup's one of the most popular sweeteners around, and a key ingredient in all manner of cakes and treats. What you probably didn't know is that boiling the stuff down gets you maple sugar, a different sweetener with different uses. Just goes to show, even the simplest ingredients can have hidden complexities. I said earlier that a culinarian lives and dies by his utensils. Well, that's just the half of it. He also needs to know his ingredients, and that summit only comes with experience. Keep your nose to the stove and report back when you're ripe for another task. Complete. Alright, so I'm going to do with my, what's it called? I'm going to do with my, crafter-gatherer jobs what I did in Gridania, and level those up with leave quests after I have my... I can so use words. That is definitely a thing I can do. After I have my combat jobs a little higher, I'm going to do leave quests in order to level up my crafters and gatherers. There we go. Words, they came out, and everything. Arietta, you approached me with a marauder's strides, determined, unswerving, and bereft of the hesitation that marked our first meeting. I am pleased. The time has come for you to begin a new stage in your training. Now, what sets the axe aside from the gladius or the dagger? It is the raw, unstoppable destruction wrought by its thick, heavy blade, and that overwhelming power can only be properly directed by an extraordinary physical strength. Thus we come to the core of this day's lesson. Such strength as a marauder must possess is developed through a traditional method passed down through the generations of the guild, a method you too shall be taught to employ. Present yourself to Bronbar in the practice arena downstairs, and he shall instruct you further. Alright. And we go downstairs. And more stairs. There's a lot of stairs. The Axe Master told me you'd be on your way. My name's Bronbar. Good it is to meet a new marauder. Now, we axe wield and build strength and control by splitting boulders. That's right, our traditional method involves smashing a rock with your axe. But you can't just use any old swing, you'd need to hit the rock just so. Rotgeim, a fellow marauder, is waiting just outside the Zephyr Gate by the bridge over the Rogue River. She'll tell you how it's done. Okay. This seems like it would break the weapon. This seems like it's gonna cost me a lot of money in repairs. Why are we doing this? Damn you, geometry! Welcome back. It would seem both samples were rather well received, and this is no small part due to our affable courier. 'Tis unfortunate, but notoriety accumulated over the course of years does not fade overnight. There are many still who are hesitant to do business with savage pirates. Yet the old days of piracy have passed, giving way to a new wave of opportunity. My crew and I have decided to embrace this wave. With the Admiral's blessing, we engage in a form of trade with Garlean ships. Everything we do, you may rest assured, is within the law. Okay. And now we go over here. Dem's chopping block words. I do doubt the axe. Okay, back to the drowning wench. Hello, Bateron. Ah, so you slew a few rats. Good on you, lass. This bloke comes through the other day and flops his huge sack the size of a bleeding gobu on the counter, saying any man what slays rats can have something from within. When I inquires as to why, all he says is the damned noise they make when scurrying about is driving him insane. You ask me, though, he was already a bit touched. Something tells me the poor lad'll never find peace. Alright. Do I have to get Bateron's permission before I do leaves, or was Mione's enough? Welcome, welcome. The people of Eorzea are in desperate need of a woman of your talents. Might I interest you in a leave or two? Yes! So, tradecraft. So, I'm just gonna accept these. Because leaves don't add to our main quest log. And that's a level 30 quest that I can't do yet. Okay. I think we're done with the upstairs. So now we have to go downstairs. Oh, geez. So, soothing the savage siren, kneel before Rosewin. So that's the last level 4 quest, and then it's all leave quest for the crafting, which we will do at another time. I need to go this way. So after this, we will only have level 5 quests and above, aside from leave quests, but that's beside the point. So we're making some serious progress, though. And we have to kneel. Uh-oh. Apparently I had it on caps lock. That's the word. Oh ho, so she knows her place. Good. If only the Krakens had the same sense of propriety. Bastards keep seizing every Garlean ship before we can take a crack at him. 'Tis a sorry state of affairs when your crew's reduced to preying on the leavings of that mangy bunch of man-boys. Me younger self would be right disappointed to see how far we've fallen. Disappointed? It didn't. Disappointed? There we are. Humph. So you do know something o' me pain, but your sympathy ain't worth more than a pint of piss. It's well and good we got the Admiral's permission to capture Garlean ships, but what use is they if they keep getting beat to your prey? We built our reputation reaving right off the coast of Vilbrand, not sailing a dozen malms into the bleeding sea. The few Imperial dogs found in Limsan territory get snatched by Krakens hunting in open waters. I rallied me crew's spirit so when I said we were reviving the old ways, but after all our struggles, they seem resigned to letting those bastards have all the fun. Huh? You trying to make light of me dilemma? Don't push your luck, Scrag, or I'll gut you with the hook like a regular pirate. Wait, that's it. We're pirates, goddammit. So we should think like pirates. Bugger keeping Lamentin waters safe. We'll raid supply shipments to the Garlean outposts along the coast of Aldenard. Ha ha ha. It's so bleeding simple I don't know why I didn't think of this afore. Thank you for your unintended inspiration, Scrag. To think I almost had you fed to the sharks. Oh, okay. I gather your meeting with the captain went well. I could hear her cackling all the way out here. Well, whatever you did, thank you for doing it. Last thing we needed was her going on another rampage, ruining deck swabs and leaving us with less meat. Tain't easy playing by the Admiral's rules, but if anyone can find a way, Captain Rosen can. Quest complete! Yay! Alright. So, we are just about at 4 o'clock, which is our ending time. It went by really fast, but I think that has a lot to do with the fact that we had so much stuff to do today. So, we now have Fisher, Blacksmith, Armor, and Culinarian unlocked. We still need to level those up. And we also unlocked Marauder, Rogue, and Arcanist, which also need to be leveled up severely. So, I'm going to say that when we come back on Tuesday, we're going to get back to all these quests. Good grief, there are a lot of them. And first things first, we're going to get to the leave quest. So we're going to start out with crafting again. Tuesdays are craft days. Or at least in the immediate future. So Tuesday we're going to get these done and get our crafters up to level since they are the lowest level at the moment. And once we've got that done, we're going to work more on our combat jobs. And once we get these up to snuff, we will be getting back to the MSQ. And then that will lead us to Ul'dah. All right. Well, we have a lot to look forward to coming on Tuesday. Thank you all for coming here and watching me make my way through my silly little challenge that I've been enjoying so much. And yeah, not a bad idea to focus on crafters or phrasing days. Yeah. So, for now, Tuesdays are going to be craft days, Fridays are going to be fight days. But that will probably change up a little bit once we get further into the questing. And it just might happen that at some point in time we might have a bonus stream just to deal with all the crafting jobs so that we can work on combat jobs, since we have a lot more of those. All right, so again, thank you for being here. I appreciate it, and I will see you guys Tuesday. Let me just check something real quick. No, not edit shortcut. I think on Tuesday I had to reschedule an appointment. Yes. So Tuesday we are going to be starting late, either around 2:30 or 3 o'clock. So it'll be later than our usual time, but I'll still be here and I will still be streaming for a full 2 hours. It's just that it's going to start a little late. All right. So I think I'm going to leave it there before I prattle on too much longer. Thank you again, and I will see you next week. Bye, everybody.